So I'm changing this 2 for closing costs and 2 for the lender, so 4%. And this worksheet calculates a lot of the information already. The only thing you're typing is the blue items. So it makes everything work out really good. Rehab construction. So this is how much will the property need to get it rented, to get it finished, or that deferred maintenance. I'm sorry, there's people in the background talking, but I'm having some stuff moved around. So the rehab construction cost is going to be about, I already sent the contractor out there. He told me it's 20,000. Now we just keep going down. This part right here, it talks about the loan. What kind of loan? So are you putting 20% down and getting a loan for 80%? What is your down payment? So the total equity would be your down payment, and total senior loan, that means your first loan amount. What's the percentage of the total price, the whole money needed, 306,000. We are getting a loan for 100%. I like to put 10%. I'm sorry, it's getting really loud. Hold on. I'm going to have to put a hold on it. So let's go back. So we're doing 100%. I like to go high. Depends on your, once you get used to your own lender, then you'll know what kind of percentages they're giving it to you. But if we estimate high, then you're doing pretty good. So we do the 10%. This will be your monthly payments on a 30-year loans for principal and, I'm sorry, not monthly, yearly payments for principal and interest. Everything we calculate on this worksheet is yearly. Now, months for stabilization, usually it's 12 months. And how long do you plan on holding it? 5 years, and that just depends on you. This property, we're assuming we're going to be holding for a while. Now, the great thing about this property, the university needs help to house the students. So this might be one of those properties that you just keep long term. It's just up to your preference. Here, gross potential rental income. So this is the total gross income that it's coming in. So it's making 800 per unit. So if we do 800 times 8 units times 12 months, that comes out to 7,800. Now there's 1 meter here. So what that means, 1 meter for the water, that the owner has to pay for the meter. I like to charge for a separate besides rent for water. It's up to you, but I always do mine. I charge extra for water. On apartments, I include the refrigerator and stove. On single families, I do not. I charge extra for it because a lot of people that go into single families, they have their own. So other income, I'm going to include the water fee on here. On a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, water should be about easily $35 a month. So I do 35 times 8 units times 12 months. Yearly, I'll get $33.60. Oh, I had my screen on. I don't know what this is doing. I had my information on another computer and it's blanking out. Now, taxes. Now we have to go in and expenses. Expenses, I know it's in blue, but I already have it populated from the bottom, so you don't really have to do it. We should actually change the color on this to black because you shouldn't have to change that. And my computer, of course, decides to go slow. There we go. All right, real estate taxes. So whichever state you're in, you should be able to go to the county website and pull and see how much the real estate taxes are. Now, in Jackson, Mississippi, where this property is at, we are a non-disclosed state. So even though the purchase is going through, the county more than likely will not know the actual sales price that we are buying it for. So they'll keep the same taxes that are now. California goes off the sales price. So know your market and see what area we're buying and then calculate the taxes. If they're going up the sales price, then you need to put what your future taxes are. On this one, I know that it's going to stay the same. I've already gone to the county website, pulled the taxes, and 7165, right? Now, what I like to do estimate, and again, all the areas are different. Some area might have higher property insurance. Also, flood zone. You need to know on your property if it's on a flood zone, because flood insurance is expensive. So, what I always like to do is calculate property insurance to be a quarter of what the property taxes were. That seems to be working, like be the right number for that's worked for me in the past, and I really should get a formula to just automatically calculate it to make it a quarter. So this is an Excel spreadsheet, so I just put in a formula, quarter of that. That's how much the the insurance should be. If it's on a flood zone, then you need to do another quarter because flood insurance is pretty expensive. If you already gotten a quote from your insurance person, then type in the actual amount and then you'll be able to see if your area calculates to be about a quarter or not. It might be higher, it might be lower. So we're going to put in that amount. Management fee, I always put 8%, and it's already, you can see here that it's already populates it when we added the gross rental income. That's C32 at 8%. So automatically calculation for that. Next thing is payroll. We're not going to have payroll. If we have a management that we're paying a percentage, there's not going to be payroll expense. But sometimes on the bigger complex, you might. You might have a handyman that's on payroll. You might have, if you don't have a management, you have a manager and sitting at the office, they might be in payroll. So it just really depends on the project. So on this one, I know I'm not going to have a payroll. There's four plexes, so there's nobody that's going to be sitting there. So payroll is going to be 0. Now,